I'm trying to get everything in the frame so you guys can see, but it's gonna be kind of tricky. Okay, and I have to get Chucky's costume on. There's actually no food in those yet, but he thinks that there is. Whew. I need this room to be just like 2 feet bigger on each side, and then we'll be good. All right, but I think I'm gonna do, I haven't even tried this on him, so I hope it fits. Pumpkin boy! That's you! I think this'll fit. You gotta get under that chubby little chin. Good. He was polite right there. Sometimes he gets sassy with me. Okay. Oh, it's a beautiful fit. That fits perfect, Chuck. I love it. I hope you guys can see him. Cute. You look adorable. All right, let's grab your food. So I bought some spider webs that I'm going to stretch with some, I also bought some spiders that we're going to put on the roofs of his houses. And to keep him occupied in the meantime, I am giving him his dinner. All right, let's see. How do we want to do this, Chuck? I think we're going to start over here. You're ready, huh? You ready? Okay. He loves this pizza one, so we do this one quite a bit. Here, Chuck. I'm going to pretend sprinkle some on there so that I can get in here. Oh, I didn't know that happened. All right, looks like you guys are going to get a little booty shot of Chucky. I like to do it in these little corners because it's getting hard for him to get his nose in there because his nose is getting bigger. All right, I need to put some in here. Okay, and then I think I'm going to put the rest in the Pig and Play toy. Okay. And that should keep him occupied for a little bit, I think. He loves these spiders. I had the spiders on the ground, and he kept trying to chew on them. All right, and then every so often I'm going to come over to chat and see what's going on in chat. But it's kind of hard to chat with people while I'm doing things like decorating. But I'll pop in really quick right now. I love that pumpkin. It fits him so beautifully. Oh, okay, there's a lot of people in chat. This is Chucky. Oh, thank you, Durka, for answering the questions. Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. It's good to see you again, Lila. Thank you to everybody who's liking and subscribing. We are going to start opening up the spider webs and decorating these houses. I actually have quite a few Halloween decorations. So I don't know. I'm going to have to see how ambitious I'm feeling today. I don't really know a lot about these spider webs, and something tells me it's going to require patience. So we'll see. Okay. This I was excited about. I got it at Five Below for like $3, and supposedly it glows in the dark. So I love that. I got the pumpkin outfit, so it's actually for dogs, and it's the extra, extra large, and it was only 12 bucks at Target. Okay, I knew this was gonna be a little bit of a project. All right, am I the only one who gets this excited for spooky season, even though we're not even in October yet? It's never too early for me. I actually kept some of my Halloween decorations up from last year. I just kept them up because, I don't know, I just love the spooky vibes. Let's see. So the only thing I was worried about is like if you go the cheap route with decorations, they end up looking a little worse, or they're like not as durable. So maybe I'll just, and I don't want to be like too rough and rip it. What do you think, Chuck? Chucky's a little mad at me because now that the acorns are actively falling, he no longer has free reign of my entire yard. So, because there's just so many acorns, and if you didn't know, acorns actually cause kidney failure in pigs. And it's so sad because they love to eat them. So, as a little baby, I actually had to bring Chucky to the vet because he was acting weird. And then when he got to the vet, he threw up a bunch of acorns, and then they did an x-ray and his stomach was full of acorns. And that was like, I thought that I was watching him. So I don't even know how he got all those. Sometimes I think squirrels like bring them around the yard. So he's a little mad because his area has been shrunken down, but before you know it, it's going to be cold outside, and he's not going to want to be out there anyway. And he shouldn't even complain because I'm the one who's out there raking all the time, making sure that there's no acorns for him to get into. Okay. It looks like this is going to take a while, but that's okay. And I was a little worried that this wasn't going to be enough, so I actually made a Target stop and got a couple things from Target that I think are going to be a little bit easier, but it's the same concept. It's like you got to stretch it out. I'm sure there's probably a better technique, but I don't know it. I don't want to like rip it too hard yet. Maybe what I should do is like, okay, now we're talking. Okay. Yeah, Chucky, you got two of your favorite toys out today. I'm just going to start pulling. All right. We're starting to get ready for winter, which means I have to find different ways of keeping Chucky engaged and busy. So thankfully, someone actually ordered him Jingle Bells off his Amazon wish list. So I've been teaching him to play the Jingle Bells and some instruments. We're going to get him painting. We have a lot of goals, a lot of plans. Okay. Let's see. I think we're getting somewhere. Once I'm done with this one, I'm going to come over and see what you guys are chatting about. Hopefully there's no haters in our chat. There you go, Chuck. You're always good at that. He knows how to hold it upside down just long enough that everything falls out. Okay, let's try to start putting it on the house and just see what it does. Okay, I think that's the move. Oh, okay. Oh, it's happening, Chuck. We got it. Okay. The only thing I'm realizing right now is that it's really sticking to everything. So when I take it off at the end of the year, it's probably going to rip all those lights off, but that's okay. All right, let's see what's going on over here. Oh, Lila, you saw that outside toy. Yes, he loves it. It's actually the same company that made this toy on the left. Yeah, I mean, anybody who is like hating on Chucky, I'm always like, come on, he's a cute little pig. And it's crazy for you to go out of your way to say how ugly he is or who knows. So I don't take it personally. I don't care. And he sure doesn't care either. whenever people are in my comments, they're always like, he's so disgusting. How could you have such a filthy animal in your house? And I'm looking around and I'm like, where do you see filth? This is crazy. I vacuum like almost every day, and I do tons of laundry so that all of these things stay clean. Okay. All right. Doesn't have to be perfect, right? It just has to look like a spider web. And I think it's starting to. There we go. It's starting to look kind of cool. It'll look even better when I add the spiders to it. It's like one of the best things about Five Below is you can get everything so cheap. And it's so cute. Ugh, okay. All right. It's happening. Oh, I gotta spread that out a lot. What are you doing, Chuck? Let's see. All right. Sorry if this is a little bit boring. I hope not. Okay, so this, like, a little bit really goes a long way with this stuff. Gotta figure out, it's like almost too much. Ugh. I didn't expect it to be so much web. This is a lot. Okay, this is probably where they say that the patience comes in, because it's a lot. Okay. All right, I'm gonna take a break, see what you guys are up to in chat. What do you think? Does it look like a spider web, or does it look like snow? Or does it look like both? It probably looks like both. How can you hate on kittens? That is so crazy. These people are just miserable. Chucky is eating dinner right now, so just sharps. Not too spooky. Okay, good. I'm going to have to, like, it's still pretty bunched up in the far right corner, so I'm going to have to keep working at that. Ugh. And then I have these little spiders. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see. These little spiders that I'm going to add on there. Chucky was trying to eat them before. This is the kind of thing that it's like every time I'm in here, I'm going to like stop over here and pull this apart. Jeez, Chuck. Holy cow. Here, what if I put this here? There you go. Okay. Just keep pulling at it. Okay. I feel like I'm getting somewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere. Okay. Okay. All right. I think it's like the more I stretch it, it'll look more like a spider web and less like snow. But maybe I'll just keep it for the winter and I'll just make it look like snow so that way I don't have to do this again. Something told me, I was like, I haven't used this in a long time, and I knew there was probably a reason why, and it's because it's just kind of like a tedious, annoying task, and I usually like to get things done fast. Okay, I'm going to start pushing it off the edge a little bit. There we go. I think we're getting there. All right. It's like, I try not to get too crazy with it because it's not like people look at this and they're like inspecting it, you know? Okay. All right. Whatever. This side has a lot, but I don't care. Okay. All right. Now we're going to add the spiders. Okay. I can't go crazy with this or I'll be here all day. All right, good enough. At least for now. I might be able to polish it up later. All right, Chuck. Have you seen the scissors? I thought I brought them in here. Maybe not. Let's see what everybody's up to. Ooh. I gotta come over here. Whew. Oh, Sharps is like the company. So it's like just like little like pellets. It honestly reminds me of like hamster food or something. Oh, he's like the happiest dude ever. Tail's always wagging. Ooh. Well, this like kind of reminds me of when you're like putting ornaments on a Christmas tree, that it's like the more you do it, the more you're like, oh no, there's like a gap over here, so we have to move this ornament over here, and now there's a gap right there, so you have to move this ornament here. And like it's like the more you do it, the more you get lost in it. And it's like realistically, when people come in here, it's like they're never gonna look at that and be like, there's too much over there. But it's like when it's your own, it bothers you more. Okay, so these are cute. a $3 Five Below purchase. And then we're gonna do it on this one. I think this one might actually be easier because there's not lights under it. And I know you like to eat these spiders. Okay. All right. Let's see. So these are cute. Show you guys up close. Oh, it's kind of dark. Sorry. I don't know if you guys can even see. It's cute. Perfect. I mean, listen, Chucky's a really good boy, but I kind of tell everybody you always have to do your research before you even get a pig because they're a lot different than dogs. So it's not something that you just want to get on a whim. It's always like, do your research, listen to the Pet Pig podcast with Autumn Whitaker, and she'll tell you the pros, the cons, what you need to worry about. For example, pigs grow for 5 years. And the other thing is that a lot of times pigs and dogs don't get along. So if you have dogs, then you have to be careful. And it can be kind of hard to find a veterinarian who looks at pigs. So before you get a pig, you have to make sure that you can find a couple local veterinarians or even emergencies, just in case there's something that happens that's an emergency. They are really, really good escape artists. So you have to have a super secure fence area for them that ideally doesn't have acorns or let's see, what other things, Chuck? They're super smart, which means that they need to have a lot of stimulation. So it's not like a dog where you take them on a walk and then they're good for the day. Like with pigs, you really have to give them things to make them think. For Chucky, we do games, puzzles, instruments. He has one game where he hits the button and then he has to go find the machine that spits the food out. They're generally with intelligence, if you don't make them think, they can fall into a really bad depression. And let's see, what other advice? Make sure you, if you're thinking about getting a pig, make sure you have somebody that will do their hooves. So they call them farriers, or a lot of pig vets might do it for you. But it's just a little different than a dog, so you always got to do your research. Oh, these are cute. Perfect. Ooh, Spiderweb stuff is sticky. I guess it's pretty realistic. Where you guys are at, anybody in chat, do you guys have the Juro spiders? Are you familiar with those? There you go. Cute. I think it's cute. I'll give you guys a close-up. We have these things, they're Juro spiders that recently came to Georgia. And they're everywhere. And they're terrifying and huge. And they have 3D webs, which is crazy. Oh, let's see. I love bulldogs. Bulldogs are honestly, one of my favorite breeds. They're so sweet and so cute. Let's see. Oh, an English bull terrier, not a bulldog. Oh yeah, bull terriers are adorable, but I guess I've trained a lot of bull terriers and they are kind of known for being that way. So I don't know that I would have a pig and a bull terrier at the same time. Unless it was you raised a puppy bull terrier with a pig that was already there. Bull terriers are kind of known for being people dogs. They like people. They don't really care as much about other dogs, and they can be kind of bossy. And when they bite, it's usually a really big bite. So I would be careful with that combination. Yeah, they are high energy. They're so cute though. I mean, they remind me a lot of pit bulls and bully breeds where they play really rough and they when they play hard. And
I've trained a lot that live with kids and they're great with the kids, but they just generally seem to have issues with other dogs. But I think that's based on what my experience of training dogs the last 10 years, that seems pretty common with like all bully breeds, like bulldogs, pit bulls, um, even boxers are kind of known for being better with people than dogs. But French bulldogs tend to be okay with other dogs. Um, I had an American bulldog and he was kind of like with other dogs that weren't in our house. Um, there's like it's like people, like some dogs prefer other dogs and some prefer people, some prefer both, some prefer neither. Okay, I'm gonna have to take the lid off that because I can see his food stuck in there. Look at this pumpkin boy. Oh my gosh. That's kind of like the perfect example of like a bull terrier or even like a pit bull is like they're so big and strong that they just like don't realize their strength. And I've seen like pit bulls like hit their head on a corner of a table so hard and like not even flinch. And I think it's just because they're so strong and bull terriers are very much the same. Okay, I gotta take this off. I'm gonna actually show you guys this first. Okay, well, that's good news. I'm the same way. I don't plan on having children, so I don't have to worry about that. But that's like, I have 4 dogs, so I'm like, as you can see, I've got the crew here. I am a little bit more reluctant to rescue an older dog right now because you don't know the trauma that they've been through. It's a little bit easier with a puppy, but that's just because I have so many animals. What do you think? Looks okay? I know I didn't get this area that well, but it's just too much. I can't get it any better. What do you think? I see your tail wagging. My brother's actually getting married in a month, and the after party is going to be here. So I'm super excited to get the house decorated for the Halloween wedding. I think it looks cute. All right, Chuck. Now we're going to do the other one. Oh, okay. You guys should Google Juro spiders. It's like Joro. They recently came to Georgia by ship, like 2 years ago or something. Well, maybe longer. It's maybe been like 3 or 4 years now. But they have invaded. Like they're everywhere, and they're huge. They can eat hummingbirds, and supposedly they're pretty like nice with people. Like I've never been bitten by one. I really only see them on their webs. Like I never see them walking around or anything, but they're huge and they're I think like black and green or like yellow with stripes, and their webs are golden and they build their webs in the shape of a prism. So it's like a 3D web that they catch birds in. How crazy is that? And this is the season for them. All right, now that Chucky's food is done, I'm not really sure what he's gonna do, but let me take his trapped food out of here. I'm gonna put it in his snuffle mat and get this out of the way. Oh, sorry, Chuck. Oh, let's see. There you go. That should last you a little while. Okay. All right, we gotta do the other one. Okay. Oh, now I have to do it all over again. But it's worth it. It'll look cute. I spent a little bit more on the one from Target, so I bet you the one from Target is a little less of a nuisance because you kind of get what you pay for. But, you know, you got a budget. I can't blow all my money on Halloween decorations as much as I want to. Got a bunch of animals depending on me. Moving a little faster already.
Part of the issue is that it sticks to itself. It's like a saran wrap in spiderweb form. Much faster. All right, I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna throw it on and then go from there. All right, let's see. I don't want it to hang too far down because I'm worried that my dogs or Chucky is gonna like grab it. Like this is the kind of thing that I almost think Chucky would put in his mouth. And I don't want him to. Okay. I have to keep doing that. What are you thinking, Chuck? You're happy? You weren't happy a few minutes ago. You were yelling at me to come inside. Yeah, that's right. Okay. This is like not hard work, but I'm sweating. Okay, let's start spreading this out a little bit. This is cute, Chuck. I definitely can't have it blocking the curtains because they're always playing with those curtains. I might even use this at some point for one of our photo shoots. I'll probably take it off of this one because it's a little bit easier. All right, let's move this over here. Okay, now we're moving. I didn't realize that in the UK you guys don't really have spiders or big spiders. I'm jealous of that because we have spiders, we have snakes in our yard. Gotta be careful. We live in the South, so living in the South, it's like, yeah, there's like every bug you can think of, and they're all usually huge. Even the cicadas, there was like a huge cicada that I could not believe that Chucky ate. It like was shocking. Ugh. Hi. You watching me? You are? I see your tail wagging. I know you're listening. He's like, the food is gone. I finished my food. All right, it's actually way easier on this tent than it was on the other house. Yeah. I know. Cute. That was way easier. Oh, you have to go to the bathroom? All right, well, we're almost done. Let's just add the spiders and then we'll go out. Yeah.
Oh, I love that idea. So he will not be, oh, hey, Axel. He will not be in the wedding. But with the party, look at that tail. But with the party being here, he'll be seeing a lot of people. Okay, let's see. Yeah, right. Maybe the UK doesn't sound so bad. And you're definitely not dealing with Donald Trump, so sounds better than it is here. Sorry to drop you guys there. Let me put you back on the tripod. No, he's not fully grown. He is only 2. He turned 2 in June. So technically pigs grow until they're 5. And right now, he's like 85 pounds almost. Hopefully a little less because I had him on a diet. I don't think he's really overweight, but he was eating too much grass and he was getting really bloated, so I cut back on some of his grass so that he wasn't so bloated. But now that fall is here, he probably won't be eating as much grass because all the grass is going to be dying. I'm guessing that he'll probably, I think I've heard that like his breed of pig, which is called a Juliana, I've heard that like their average weight is usually about 130 pounds. And if they're over 130 pounds, that usually means they're overweight. But they can be anywhere between like 70 and 130 pounds. So I'm guessing that he'll probably be like maybe 100, 130 pounds, which is funny because if he ends up being 130 pounds, like we're going to be the same weight and he might even weigh a little bit more than me. But I guess we'll see. It's really hard to say. They technically say any pig that's under 300 pounds is considered mini. So, of course, he will not be 300 pounds. Usually you can predict that a little bit more because he would be a lot bigger at this age. Oh, okay. You're in the West Coast. That does sound pretty. I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and it was very cold and snowy there. All right, we're going to add our spiders. These are so cute. I'm going to have to see if they stay on because, as I was mentioning earlier, Chucky was really trying to eat these. Cute. Oh, well, wherever I put it, it's going to stay because they're sticky. These are cute. Oh, Autumn. Hey, I didn't know that. I was just talking about you. Good things, of course. Yeah, we're looking for cooler temps in the south as well. It's been like, it was still like 88 degrees. I could not believe it. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Chucky, these look so cute. What do you think? I have some work to do on this one. I'm not going to lie. Probably not going to happen right now. Yeah, I don't... Hello? You're just watching me? Yeah, I don't know what it was. He was like very intrigued in eating these earlier, and I had to like run to pick them up because he was very interested. I guess I'll just add one. I don't want to waste it and put it in the back where no one's going to see it. I think this one maybe has enough. I'm going to add some over here. Oh, goodness. I think my patience with the spider web is starting to run out. Okay, well, these all have kind of a lot of spiders. Okay, right there is good for now. We can adjust this later. Like I said, this is the kind of thing that every time I come in this room, I'm going to end up messing with the web because it's going to make me nuts. Cute. What do you think? Come here. Chuck, Chuck. Hi. Hello. Hi. Say we're all done. Thank you. I actually have a lot of lights inside there. I don't have them turned on. Or maybe I do. Yeah, I do. They're stars. This is a little self-portrait for Chucky to look at every time he's in here. So cute. In the winter, I usually put electric blankets in there, and that's where he'll hang out like all winter. Hi. I think you probably have to go potty, huh? I think so. Well, we're going to take this off because I don't want you to pee on it. That would be really sad. Yeah. You ready to go out? Look at that tummy. Look at that tummy. All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to stop here for today. So we've got spooky houses, and we have a lot more Halloween decorations to hang up. So thank you for hanging out, and we will talk to you guys later. We're going to do some instrument videos. So have a fabulous Sunday, and we'll see you later. Bye.